Hello, my name is Nidal Asbah, PhD student in OKAN University Architectural Department. For ARC608 course with the supervision of Professor Dr. Halil Sami Ereldes, we'll discuss in this presentation a proposal of an ecological high-rise in Jerusalem city. Before starting the design, let's explain a brief about the research that connected with this design. The research shows an ecological study of high-rise buildings showing main case studies such as Shipam Yemen mud example and some pioneers of ecological skyscrapers design such as Foster, Yang and Piano. Furthermore, some future case studies has been discussed through this research before starting the project design. So this study discusses a high-rise and sustainable development. Beside this is a discussion of green skyscrapers and transportation. Moreover, we'll explain more about green high-rise and public spaces and social and ethical issues. So the abstract, high-rise buildings and skyscrapers have become increasingly important in the development of urban planning and environmental challenges. Many ecological factors have been included in skyscraper design. However, they still need to be more efficient to be labeled as eco-skyscrapers. As a result, this study clarifies the tendency of architects like Norman Foster, Yang, Riazo Piano, and others who are attempting to achieve the concept of green skyscrapers. These architects' work demonstrates structures as well as the function and energy efficiency of these skyscrapers. Furthermore, these concepts will be contrasted to Shipam's mud skyscrapers, which are simple Adobe high-rise buildings. Furthermore, as a future case study, Sweden's timber tower ideas will be added to prior instances. This study shall go over many ecological criteria of green skyscrapers design case studies such as elevation technologies, skyscraper construction efficiency, renewable energy, water consumption and recycling issues, air ventilation, and so on. A social, political, cultural, economic, and environmental study of earlier projects would be discussed as a follow-up to the prior points. These factors combine to produce the desired architectural aesthetics and a green eco concept. So as shown here at this slide, the matrix shows previous factors within the table for various case studies. At the left side of the matrix, there are the ecological criteria for each project, and down of the matrix, the main images of each project. And here's the body of the article as it's shown in the slide. So the research method, there is a need to employ ecological tactics to achieve the concept of eco-skyscrapers and to understand how they are created and create an eco-environment. As a result, the research approach should be an analytical one that involves numerous processes. The initial step is to examine several aspects of selected case studies relating to this research to collect the required strategies using their methodologies. And now we'll start to explain about the design, starting from the location of the proposal. The site is located in Palestine at the northern part of Jerusalem city. Jerusalem city is one of the major points of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Thus, the location of this project touches a political debate which is reflected at all of countries at the Middle East region. The main site is close to the main road that connects the eastern part of the city, which is occupied by Israel, with Ramallah city, which is located at the Palestinian Authority boundaries. Moreover, the site is close to main spine of the tramway transportation line and close to the industrial area. Furthermore, the main road which links western part of the city with the other occupied Israeli cities is located at the lower point of the site. So the site could be considered as a center between main Palestinian neighborhoods and link them together. Besides, this site disconnects the link between various Israeli settlements in the city. The area of this general site is around 1,054,741 square meter. An area of 250,000 square meter of the site has been divided to a grid, contains a lot of plots. Each plot designed to be a module for our design with total area equal 12,144 square meter. This slide shows the site analysis starting from the contour level equal 0 up to -30 for the general site. The wind entered the site from the northern and western sides. The site is exposed to the sun rays most of the year from March till October. So this project should serve at least 300 families at Jerusalem City. Besides, this project should be completely sustainable, starting from ecological criteria that applied at the project, such as recycling water, saving energy, dealing with daylight, greeneries, and else. Besides, this project should be connected with surrounded neighborhoods as a part of public spaces. The facilities of this project is connecting the surrounding with local residents of the project as restaurants, coffee shops, and else. Moreover, this project is providing enough parking lots for the residents who are suffering from a lack of parking spaces. So it's not only about the form or design of the building that attached with ecological needs of high-rise building, but also the design of the facade should be designed in a way that gives a new landmark for the city. So faces of the design depend on sliding wooden panels in a horizontal and vertical concept to increase or decrease sun rays and ventilation according to the need. So here, the distribution of the future extension does not only at the divided grid that we talked before about, but also it depends on the slope of the site starting from 0 up to -13 at one module, as it has been mentioned at the site analysis. For the program, starting from bubble diagram that shows firstly the main facilities relation of the project like child care management and services, restaurants, cafes, fitness and gym, marks and shops, and also the residential units down. So for the general description of this project, like stories above ground 34 and stories below ground are 4, structure wood glass for facade cladding, concrete for the main structure. About residential units area from 100 to 120 meters square. Each floor contains 4 apartments. Area of the tower without podium 17,000 square meter, and number of parking floors 4, and area of each parking floor around 2,850 square meter. Podium contains facilities as we explained in previous slide. For the residential units, here's the two types of uh, 120 square meter and 100 square meter. At the right side, we can check here the project cost, is initial and estimated cost, and the total cost around 11,277,500 dollar. Let us explain more about drawings and details of this project, starting from residential typical floor plans that shows the garden that gives the life for each floor. So the first typical plan area equal 120 square meter and the second typical floor area equal 100 square meter. Next drawing shows parking typical floor plan with an area of around 2,800 square meter each floor, which is enough for around 90 cars. Here is the section AA, that shows down the water tank that gather recycled water. The elevations shows how We can rearrange the pattern of the wooden panels. Besides, it shows solid and void that appears in the elevation. The site drawing shows the relation of ground level facilities with general landscape features such as playground areas, swimming pool, green spaces, and the main park. So this site plan could be repeated at the future extension as is shown here at the grid. At the end, here's a general image of the wooden high-rise building that we have designed. At detail 01, sliding grids of horizontal or vertical wooden louvers appears here. And detail 2 shows how vertical wooden louvers fixed and rotating. Besides, detail number 3 shows the case of louvers at fixed parts of the project. At the end, thanks a lot for listening.